In this problem, I need to simplify this nasty-looking fraction here. In fact, this is a complex fraction as I have fractions in the numerator and fractions in the denominator. It might look scary, but they're not too hard to deal with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the least common denominator of the fractions in the numerator and the fractions in the denominator. So I need to find that least common denominator. And we go to our first fraction in the numerator, the x plus 2 divided by x. I need that x as part of my LCD. Go to the next fraction in the numerator, the 6 divided by x plus 1. Do I already have an x plus 1 in my LCD? No, I just have an x. So I have to multiply the x by the x plus 1. Go to the first fraction in the denominator, x minus 4 divided by x. Do I already have an x in my LCD? Yes, don't need another one. Go to the last fraction in the denominator, x minus 5 divided by x plus 1. Do I already have that x plus 1 in my LCD? Yes. So this is my LCD. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply numerator and denominator by the LCD. Because what am I really multiplying by here? X times x plus 1 divided by x times x plus 1 is just 1. Please be careful at this step because some people distribute this in and do the multiplications in their head. They tend to make careless mistakes that way. I think it pays to rewrite the problem like this and then multiply each term individually by the LCD. Since these terms are fractions, I'm going to turn my LCD into a fraction by dividing it by 1. So I'm just going to multiply each term by x times x plus 1 over 1. It takes a little time, but I think you'll make less mistakes in the end. Now we're ready to simplify. The first term in the numerator, the x's reduce, and I get left with x plus 1 times x plus 2, all divided by 1, which is just x plus 1 times x plus 2, minus, in the next term, the x plus 1's reduce, and I just get 6 times x, which is 6x, all divided by, in the denominator, the first term, the x's reduce, I get x plus 1 times x minus 4, all divided by 1, which is just x plus 1 times x minus 4, minus, in this last term, the x plus 1's reduce, and I get left with x times x minus 5. So it's minus x times x minus 5. So now I've gone from a complex fraction to a regular fraction, but it still looks pretty messy. Please be careful at this stage. It's very tempting to try and reduce these x plus 1's. But x plus 1 is not a factor of the whole numerator or the whole denominator, so I cannot reduce them. The only thing left to do is to multiply things out, collect up like terms, and see what happens. So x plus 1 times x plus 2, FOIL, x times x, x squared, outer x times 2 plus 2x, inner 1 times x is plus x, last 1 times 2 is plus 2, minus 6x, all divided by, yes, I've got to fold this out too, x times x, x squared, outer is negative 4x, inner is 1x, or just plus x, and last is minus 4. Then I need to distribute in this negative x into the parentheses. So negative x times x is negative x squared. Negative x times negative 5 is plus 5x. Hopefully this will simplify. And so in my numerator, I just have one x squared term. Looking at my x's, I have 2x plus x is 3x, minus 6x is minus 3x, and then finally plus 2. All divided by, in my denominator, I have x squared minus x squared. Those add up to 0. Then looking at my x terms, negative 4x plus x is negative 3x, plus 5x is positive 2x, and lastly, minus 4. Now let's see if this simplifies any more. Does the numerator factor? Possibly, and it's one of the easy ones since the leading coefficient of the x squared is a 1. So I'm just going to get x and an x. My two numbers multiply to a positive. That says the signs are the same, but they add to a negative, so they're both minus. Multiply to positive 2 and add to negative 3. There's only one choice, negative 1 and negative 2. Does that work? Yes. How about the denominator? Does that factor? Yes, I can pull out a common factor of a 2. 2 pulled out of a 2x is going to leave me with x. 2 pulled out of a negative 4 is going to give me minus 2. Now, can I reduce these two x minus 2's? Yes, x minus 2 is a factor of the numerator and a factor of the denominator. So what is it going to leave me with? X minus 1 divided by 2. So that is my simplified answer. And we could also write that as 1/2 times x minus 1. But I prefer this first method.